Okay, you did it. Okay, perfect.
All right, and we are recording, guys. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start our quick countdown here. Stick with us here for just a moment, and we will be right back.
I was broke, unemployed, I was starting to slouch. I was sleeping in the basement on my mama's new couch. That's when I heard it all, a chance to skirt it all. A money like my last girl, completely virtual. Got the top graphic cards, got a power supply, a microprocessor, a motherboard, a tower and drive. I put the RAM in the RAM slot drive in the larger bay. Topped it off 2 fans, like a Chargers game. Price spiked to 30, I missed out, I fear. Crudely assemble a rig like a BP engineer. My friends and family smiling, smirking or make fun of me, but I'ma make them eat their words because I'm gonna be a Bitcoin billionaire. Spending money like I don't care. Mining coin in my underwear. I'm gonna be a Bitcoin billionaire. Selecting software and reading the notes. I'm picking out my favorite miners like a Penn State coach. Pick me a digital wallet for holding all my amounts. Read up on all the ways to open lots of accounts. I feel like Tom Brady. I got a fear of inflation, but this is crypto, baby. Central bank decentralization. The script, I flipped it. Laptop encrypted. My life was rotten, now all my cotton's ejected. Even on my vacation, I'm crypto supplying, and they call me gentrification. The way I'm black modifying. Friends asking, what's the best part of your newfound treasury? I say, reminding you how you told me I'd never be a Bitcoin billionaire. Spending money like I don't care. Flash drives in the underwear. Now that I'm a Bitcoin billionaire. The cash was never ending, yo, I'm scaling fun and rowdy. I was spending like a 7 on a scale from 1 to Saudi. Call it mad banking. All night and all weekend, my rig is Al Franken. Grabs what it can while you sleeping. Just try outspending me, and you'll see I'm on a mission. Drop more Satoshis than a clumsy Japanese obstetrician. But I ain't open to splits, don't care if it's best or not. Opposing forks like a Chinese restaurant. I went from geek to chic, from basic to ASIC. I went from basement squatting to yachting, from basin to basin. Went from no friends and depression to peer-to-peer legend. More contrasting language to establish the impression I'm a Bitcoin billionaire. Spending money like I don't care. Then one day there was a solar flare.
And we are live. What is going on, guys? Welcome to the Naked Truth broadcast. So we are super excited for you guys to be here. As you guys start jumping on, if you guys want to interact with us, make sure to drop into the chat. If you guys have questions along this broadcast, drop it in the chat below, and we'll be answering them at the end of this broadcast. Just a quick reminder as we get started as well, make sure to shut off all distraction, guys. We want to make sure that you guys are focused. That way we can present this information very quickly to you guys, and that way we don't take up any more of your time. So if you guys don't know, my name is Daisha Hanks, coming to you from Amadon, North Dakota. I am joined by my co-host, Angeline. Angeline, you want to go ahead and tell everybody who you are and where you're coming in from?
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Angeline Constantino, and I live in Saratoga Springs, New York. So I'm really, really excited for all of you here today, so we can, share some major value with you about our passive trading pool. And, we brought on Lucian and Bradley as the owners, so they will be sharing with you all about our crypto education and platform and trading platform. So I'm super excited for all of you to be here. So
me too, man. It's going to be exciting. All right, guys. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is actually share my screen so we can go ahead and get straight into the broadcast. We don't want to take up your time along with this. So are you guys able to see my screen? Give me a thumbs up if you can. Yeah, all right, sweet. So guys, again, welcome to the Naked Truth broadcast. I can't even believe that we are on here with the owners today. It's going to be awesome. So in today's broadcast, we are going to be doing a few giveaways. I want to go ahead and just announce that and kind of share with you guys how you guys can obtain these giveaways. The first one is we are going to be giving a free time management guide that I created. It goes with everybody on this broadcast. As long as you registered for the broadcast, which you should have, then you should be getting it in your email right after this broadcast is over. The second thing that we're going to be giving at the end of this is a free clarity call, right? One of the things that I noticed when I first got into the online space with anything, right? Whether it was Bitcoin, affiliate marketing, anything, is I didn't have very much clarity, right? If I just had that one person to jump on, figure out what my vision was and help me create a plan to get there, it would have really benefited me. So we're going to be giving one person at the end of this broadcast a free clarity call when we announce the keyword that you'll enter into the chat, which we're going to announce at the end. So let's go ahead and get into this. So in this broadcast, we're going to be going through what is Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, how do you make money with Bitcoin, and then what have our friends put together to allow people to start earning from other people's skills. Guys, this is actually the very first company where they said, man, you can make money with zero recruiting. And it was actually true, right? Because there's a lot of companies that say that, but then they say, oh yeah, share this with all of your family and then you'll make money, right? This is actually something where you can make passive income from other people's skills. So what is Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin is basically a crypto or digital currency, right? There's a bunch of different cryptocurrencies out there, but Bitcoin is one of them. It's one of the major ones that came out there, one of the biggest ones, and I think the highest price one right now, right? It's like 13,000 and something right now. And the cool thing about Bitcoin compared to other currencies is it's actually made up of 1 million bits. So each one of those bits can actually be programmed to do something certain. So for example, let's say that I wanted to send $100 worth of Bitcoin over to Angeline, but I only wanted to make sure that she used that Bitcoin on health products, right? I didn't want her to spend it on clothes or shopping or anything. I only wanted her to spend it on health products. I could program one of those bits of that Bitcoin to where she can only use it on that. Then I could program another one to make sure if she tried to use it on anything else, it would automatically be sent back to me. So Bitcoin is really a powerful, powerful piece of technology. And what I'm going to do is actually hand the floor over to Angeline now, so she can actually go through 3 different ways that you can make money with Bitcoin. Oh, Angeline, you're muted.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Hi. Okay.
There we go.
That was great. Okay. So what I'm going to be doing, guys, is sharing 3 ways to make money with Bitcoin. So go ahead, Daisha, and go to the next slide, please. Okay. Number 1 is Bitcoin mining. So what is Bitcoin mining? So Daisha, you want to go? Okay. So Bitcoin mining is the process of creating new Bitcoins by solving a computational puzzle. Bitcoin mining is necessary to maintain the ledger of transactions upon which Bitcoin is based. So let's go to the next slide. And the second way to make money with Bitcoin is holding. So this is basically where you hold the Bitcoin for a long period of time. And once the value of Bitcoin goes up, you make a profit. Okay. So for example, so if you had bought 1 Bitcoin back in 2011, it would have been worth $1. If you had held onto that Bitcoin for the past 9 years, you would have gained over $12,000 in profit off that 1 Bitcoin today. So, and the third way to make money with Bitcoin is Bitcoin trading. So how do we do that? So there are 2 ways to trade. Number 1, learn to trade for yourself. You can learn now how to trade for yourself, and we will explain a way you can learn to do so in just a moment. And the second way is have other people trade for you. So having others trade for you, and this is where you are able to learn and earn off other people's skills. So what we want to do now is actually bring on the owners of Coinbit Pro, of the crypto education platform called Coinbit Pro. So I had the pleasure of meeting, hold on one second. Okay. I had the pleasure of meeting Lucian Godfrey and Bradley Murray in Port Elizabeth, South Africa last year as they had launched their first launch event. Bradley and Lucian picked me up at the airport. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to introduce, and that was one, honestly, guys, that was flying from the US. It was a 28-hour flight. So I flew from Boston to Doha. I had no idea where Doha was in the Middle East. And then from Doha to Johannesburg, and Johannesburg to South Africa. And Lucian was right there to pick me up at the airport. So, you know, the experience alone and the culture, truly amazing. I will never forget that event as long as I live. So without further ado, what I'm going to do is, hold on one second here. I want to thank both Lucian and Bradley for taking the time out of their busy schedule to be here today. So what we want to do is they're going to give us an overview of what trading is, and they're going to explain the process that they have created where you can start earning daily profits starting with little as $100 investment. So Bradley and Lucian, thank you so much for being here with us. So please tell everyone, thank you for being here, Lucian and Bradley. So please share with us, who you are and where you're coming from. So Bradley, I will start off with you.
Okay, thank you so much, Angeline. Thank you, Deja. It's been a journey, man. We've been journeying for quite a while, and we are the newbies in the online space. So when we got to the online, we found you guys there. So I want to thank you guys for making that mark as well. So who are we, or who's Bradley Murray? Born in Port Elizabeth, South Africa, 1982. This month is my birthday month. Woo-hoo! We're gonna be celebrating. So born in Port Elizabeth and grew up in business. So I've always been in business, different kinds of businesses, and for me it was always to find something that can work while you are not there, as well as something that can work from anywhere in the world. So it took me a while to grow and to build a business like that. But finally, we've managed to build one. Took us almost close to 2 years. And that's about who I am, man. I'm married to the most beautiful woman in the entire world, guys. So, boys, I said it, I've got two kids. I got two kids, Jaden and Chloe. And we've got a dog that's about 15 years old. In dog years, I think that's about 90 years old or so. So he's the real boss around here. And that's about it. I'm a shorts and flip-flop kind of guy. It takes really a lot of persuasion and a lot of effort to get me into a shirt and a tie and to, really just corporate wear. So I decided to build a business so I can wear what I want, when I want. And that's who I am, guys. Simple, honest, relaxed, chilled kind of guy.
I love that. Thank you so much, Bradley. Guys, there's one thing that I want to say really quick before we have Lucian introduce himself. One thing that you'll notice about Bradley and Lucian is they talk about their family a lot, right? They're family-oriented people. And I just wanted to throw that out there really quick. There's a lot of business owners out there that are just caring about the money. They just want to talk about the company. But you can tell that these guys truly care. So thank you again for being on here, Bradley. Lucian, you want to come on here really quick and just introduce yourself and where you're coming in from?
Thanks so much, Tasha, and thanks once again for having us here. Thank you, Angeline. And it's been so much has happened since you actually traveled to South Africa. And thanks for actually being part of our journey. Many of you guys on here, we are familiar with you guys. However, we also see new faces. So it's actually great having you guys here. So thank you also for Angie for giving Bradley the first option to actually speak first, because otherwise he would have spoken up until forever. So him knowing that I need to still speak and actually cut it short. Okay, so I'm not going to go deep into or take much of your time speaking about myself, but just sharing a bit of where we are coming from. So Bradley has had the corporate background. However, my corporate background is not so much as in the amount of years that he spent. However, I found myself at some stage working as a contract worker, construction. I found myself driving Uber. Guys, you name it, I've done it. Traveling as a courier, like 500 miles per day. So but however, that didn't work for me. So for those of you who don't count in miles, that's about 800 kilometers per day. So that didn't work for me because I'm married and I've got kids. So I wanted to spend more time at home. So that actually brought us to this kind of industry. And I actually wrote something the other day, and I said that you know what? I used to think that I don't like Mondays. And I used to also think that I don't like working. Um, Believe it or not, but at some stage, within 6 months, I became the manager of a certain branch or at, I can maybe name the company SDL. Ever within 6 months, I became the manager, but I couldn't find myself spending the entire day at the office. And I soon realized that, you know what, I need to be where people are, and maybe have the option of actually being able to do that even from home. So long story short, we are actually happy to be able to have something like this. We first started off with education, teaching people how to trade for themselves. That we did from the comfort of our homes. We grew the business to over 64 countries globally since we launched. And we have recently, actually, we're about to launch our first office. So we have done all of that remotely, but I'm sure that they will speak about that later. So, but in this case, I don't feel that I actually felt before. Like Bradley has said, we wanted to create an environment where we could contribute or give value to people's lives, because that is what I actually found out, and without having to put yourself in a situation where you don't feel comfortable. Like Bradley says, he's a shorts and flip-flop kind of guy. And yes, just having the best environment where you can actually add value to people's lives. Obviously, we can do more from having the structure that we have now. We obviously going into a big organization. However, we have not arrived, and we are grateful for having you guys as part of our journey, because at Coinbit Pro, we are totally a family. And yeah, we're looking forward to what's going to happen going forward. And if we forget everything that we will speak about today, it's the number one thing that actually brought the real change within my life, I can say, is basically when I made other people's goals my own. So yes, you can come into this business and change your life, but once you make it you decide to actually find others out there that feels the same way like you, who actually want to solve that same problem. And that is when you actually see significant growth within your life. So guys, thank you for being here. We are with a quite energetic two speakers. So Desha, take us away. I'm not sure where I need to give back to, but I'm sure that Desha will.
Well, yeah, thank you so much, Lucian. One thing I want to say really quick before I have Angeline take over with the questions is, guys, listen to what he said there, right? It's not about the money, right? Yeah, of course we got to make money. We all got to live. We all got to eat. We all got to feed our families, right? That's just a given. But money naturally comes when you start making your goals the same as other people's, right? When you can find those same people to be able to connect with that have the same values, the same goals in mind, that's when you start creating that friends for life, like our mentors call it, where you can actually create a family of people to help each other instead of just about the money. So, Angeline, go ahead and take over. Let's go and get into these questions.
Okay, so Lucian, okay, first question for the audience. The audience would like to know, what exactly is trading Bitcoin, and can you explain the process to us and how it all works?
Yes, I can definitely do that. Normally we tend to use words that a new person wouldn't actually recognize what we are meaning with that, but I'll do my best to actually explain it in the most simple way. So trading Bitcoins is basically, first you need to understand what Bitcoins are. So Daisha mentioned a bit of stuff, because it's actually limited to 21 million Bitcoins. So we see that more and more people are actually competing for those Bitcoins. Now, when more and more people are competing for a certain asset, then normally the value of it will increase. The reason why gold is more expensive than bricks is obviously because it's more scarce. Now, you can either choose to buy this gold, or you can choose to actually buy and sell it. It's same as going to the market. Let's say you have $100 and you can go to the market, buy 10 pockets of potatoes and go back to your neighborhood and sell that for $15. So then you can go back to the market and buy 15 pockets of potatoes. Now that's the same when it comes to cryptocurrency. In fact, when it comes to any product, whether it's a cell phone, whether it's a laptop, whether it's fiat currency, whether it's the dollar or the rand, so it fluctuates. Now, what makes things fluctuate? So everything is basically value is moved by fear and greed, but not greed as in a negative way, but the desire. Let's use that word, fear and the desire to have more. So many times we would see that there's positive news coming out on Bitcoin, like PayPal actually are now going to allow their 4 million clients to actually buy Bitcoin using PayPal. So that's positive news. And what happened to Bitcoin? It went from less than $13,000 to 13,700 or 13,800 US dollars, where it is now. Guys, forgive me, I'm always trading. So yeah, especially if I'm doing nothing. However, there's also a negative news that is going to make this asset actually lose some value. So it's important to actually understand the markets. The US is currently having their elections, and there's a bit of uncertainty. So it's important to actually understand how that news is affecting the price of gold or Bitcoin or whatever asset out there. So when you know what actually moves the market, then you can position yourself. So when Bitcoin's value goes up, when it is up, then you can actually sell that Bitcoin. Like I spoke about the potatoes, you sell it for let's say $15 per pocket, and then you wait for you anticipate the price to go down. So when it goes down, you can buy with that $150 US. Now you can buy more. So it's basically buying low and selling high. And not everybody has always the time to actually do this or has the knowledge on how to position themselves. So we started off obviously with you learning how to do that. And at this point of time, the company also does this for their members. I hope that was actually plain and simple, so everybody can actually understand.
So I just want to make sure here, because I always like to do an overview, because if it makes sense in my head, usually it makes sense in other people's head. So Lucian, would you agree then that it's kind of like flipping things? Like you go and you can like buy a truck for 500 and then maybe you'll put a couple parts on it and then you sell it for higher, right? Kind of things like that. Is that kind of what Bitcoin is? It's basically just like flipping.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Sweet. All right. I think that was an awesome explanation. Thank you so much for that. So Bradley, I now have a question for you. So you guys have created a way for people to start earning profits like daily, starting with as little as $100 investment. Obviously, people can invest more. Can you kind of explain to everyone what exactly the Coinbit Pro Live is?
Okay. So yes, thank you so much. So our first product, just coming to our first product, we started with cryptocurrency course, and we still have this. It's still our best seller. This is where you learn to trade yourself. Now, I always tell people, even though we've got a new product where we deal with your money, we trade with your money, we still encourage you to learn to do it on your own. Because at the end of the day, the skill, it's much more powerful if it's in your own hands. Now, with that said, when we started Coinbit Pro, we wanted people to learn the skill. And as time went by, we had like 2,000 and 3,000 members. And then we were in 10 countries, and then we were in 50 countries, then we were in 60 countries. And people who bought the course, they didn't have time to actually trade or learn to trade. And people would come to us and ask, look, I've got $500, trade for me, And the next person will come, I got $100, trade for me. After a while, I'm the kind of guy that always look at opportunity in the market. If I see there's an opportunity, then, I'll write a business plan. I'll take it to the boys and I'll say, guys, look, here's an opportunity. What can we do? Can we explore? And that's how we found Coinbit Pro Live. It's basically our existing members coming to us saying that trade for me instead because I've got a full-time job. I cannot make it to read the charts, to go through all those things. And that's when we started building onto it. So in a nutshell, what it is, you give us your money, which is $100 minimum. We trade it and we pay you your portion of percentage and we take a percentage. Now, let's say for argument's sake, we make 1% today. We don't take any of your money. From Monday to Friday, we don't touch your money. But what we do ask for, and this is total transparency, what we do ask for after 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. on a Friday evening and 8 a.m. on a Monday morning, between those times, we're going to be trading with your money with no risk to you, zero losses to you, and we're going to make a profit for us. So that's how we basically structured the deal. We make money for you from Monday to Friday. On weekends, we take the money and we make money for us. And that's just simple. And guys, there is a lot of programs out there where you have to pay to get commissions and pay to get binaries. And we've given you binaries for free. Now, binary is something that, like any other sales company out there, when you make a sale, you get a commission. All right. So we'll be structuring all our products and all the products to come. We'll be structuring it like that because we believe that that's one of the biggest ways of putting food on a table for many people. Some people might not be skillful with their hands, but when they open up their mouth, oh man, they can sell ice to and what do you call these guys? The Eskimo. So we want to empower these guys as well. We are living in a third world country, and we would like to just plow back onto the African continent. But with that said, we've got a compensation plan where you can actually tap into and make some money. You don't have to make a lot of money. You don't have to be super rich. We are not super rich, guys. I'm sitting in a house that my roof the other day, it rained so hard that my roof, started to leak. And I'm still in the dog box with my wife because I was still sorted out, But what we do have is we do have a solid brand that we will be building onto over time. Now we've got a 6 to 10 year plan that's already in writing. It's a business plan. It's struck with 6 more phases to come, and 4 more phases to come, totaling up to 6 phases. And Coinbit Pro Live is just the second one, and that's where you make daily profits. The risk is very, very minimum to you. In actual fact, we've worked it out so I don't want to say risk-free, for a lack of a better word. I'll say risk-free for now, but we've worked it out so that we never have a negative trading day. It might be a small trading profit, but not a negative trading day. And there is various things we put in place to make sure that that is what we can bring to the table for the members. And that's one of the things that we've built. The other awesome thing that I think is one of the biggest sellers of this program, and we've gone live with the program, but we haven't been marketing it. I personally haven't been doing much marketing. We haven't done corporate branding with regards to this product. We are in a soft launch, guys. In a soft launch, we are already in 40 countries. This is soft launch, which means we didn't speak about it. We've got no advertising out there. There's not even a sales video. There's not even a funnel. There's absolutely nothing. Lucian and myself has been painting and getting the office ready and putting furniture together. And with our skills, it took us a little bit longer than expected, but we managed to get there. So, but the most important thing that I think is one of the best things is that when let's say you bring your $100. You make your profit. Let's say you're up 7% for the month, 8% for the month. Something happens at home. You need to pay a medical bill. You need to do something. You can get your $100 back, plus your interest that you've made, plus the profit that you made. Your money is not tied up. Nobody's going to tell you, no, keep it here. I think that's one of the best draw cards in any passive deal out there. The money is there. The money is safe. If you want your money, we take it out of the trading pool. We don't trade with it. We give it back to you, and we continue to trade with what is in the pool. And that's as awesome as what Coinbit Pro Live is all about, guys. And we will be officially launching this on the 15th of December, which is about 4 to 5 weeks away in Port Elizabeth, South Africa. It was scheduled for Cape Town, but due to COVID reasons, we had to bring it back. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome, man. That's the only
Oh
day
man.
this year where I'm gonna have a shirt and a tux and a bow tie and a smile and some dancing shoes.
Bradley loves to dance, guys. And Lucian too.
Oh man, guys. Guys, I am absolutely so excited that you guys are on here. Guys, if you're listening to this, here's the power of this. You're coming on to a broadcast before they've even launched yet, right? That's the true power. When you can get in at the beginning of something, you know what that really does? That means that you get more benefits from all of it. Obviously, there's a compensation plan and all of that. If you guys want to hear more about that compensation plan, please reach out to the person that invited you to this. They'll give you a video that Bradley and Lucian did where it explains that entire thing. That way, if you guys have any questions with that, but it's phenomenal, guys, right? And like they said, this is something where people needed because they didn't have the time. I mean, that's the whole reason that I jumped into this, right? Like, I don't have the time to learn how to trade all the time. But if I could have money that I had in savings anyways, right, and put it over into a trading pool where it could actually build up more on top of it, why not do that instead of sitting in a bank where I don't know for sure if my money is even safe? So, Angeline, do you want to go ahead and ask the next question here?
Yes, absolutely. So a quick question for both of you, because this is a question that gets asked a lot. Why? So the question is, why is it important to get in now rather than later? So who wants to go first?
Okay,
Okay, let me
so
jump in with. Okay, go for it.
go for it, Bradley, it's fine. Go for it.
Okay, just like Daisha said, getting in early is one of the most important things you can do in anything. But just from my experience, when it comes to building your brand and putting your face out there, it's always best if your face is seen first. I always tell the guys, irrespective of what you're doing, whether you are, doing sales in Coinbit Pro, whether you're doing Herbalife, whether you're doing anything, position yourself and your face as a leader. You take ownership of that business. You might even not even know the owners, but you take ownership of that business. You put yourself out there as if you've got shares in that business, and the best place to do that and the best time to do that is right at the beginning. It's difficult for somebody to come in and, position himself as a leader when there's 10,000 or 50,000 people already inside. It's difficult. You're going to have to, beg people to think you're a leader. But when there's like 100, 200, 500 people, and, people are still thinking, should I stand up? Should I get up? You jump up and you take ownership and you position yourself as a leader. My man, the people will call me and say, Bradley, can you get me on a call with the owner? I think his name is Romano. I think her name is Angeline. That's how you need to position yourself while it's early. And I think that's the important thing about jumping in early in anything, taking ownership.
I love it. Lucian, did you have anything else to add on to that?
I think Bradley covered the most of it, so I'll take the next one.
Awesome. All right. Well, guys, as I said, I mean, getting in at the beginning is best for everything, right? If you would have gotten in at the beginning of Bitcoin, right, you could basically be a millionaire, even billionaire now, right? So it's better to get in, right? Yeah, Bradley's face. I could see it all over his face. If you would have gotten in earlier, you could have been making more now. So why not get in now? That way, in a few years, you're set, right? Rather than working 40 hours at the job that I know you hate. I did the same exact thing, guys. So one thing that I want to quickly go over is this. It's basically knowing who to trust, because honestly there's a lot of scams out there now being created, right? Especially since Bitcoin is being more known. There's a lot of scams where people are like, oh yeah, come into our trading pool and you'll be able to invest money, and get scammed. I've been scammed myself. So Lucian, do you have any tips that you can give to people to help them with kind of filtering out the scams and knowing who they should trust in the online space, especially with cryptocurrency?
Okay. So number one, I always mention that I have a training where I speak about 3 factors that you need to look at before you actually get started with a certain company. You want the company to actually be transparent. And I want you guys to notice when Bradley mentioned, He didn't say, no, we only trade weekdays, because we could have said that we only trade weekdays, so therefore on weekends you won't see a return of trading. However, we are transparent and we told you guys, you know what, on weekends, the company trades for company profits. So that is basically what it is. So the company needs to be transparent. The owners needs to be actually trustworthy. So most of the companies that we got started with, you don't really know who the owners are because nobody wants to take responsibility. Because when things go sour, then it's basically just a website. So it's important to actually have owners who are transparent. And then the business model, it needs to be a win-win situation. There's nothing that feels worse than it needs to basically be sustainable. So there's nothing worse than selling a product and the person is not getting what they wanted. So doesn't matter how much the commissions are, you won't sleep nicely at night. So it's important to actually make sure that the product is actually sustainable. So it can be here for 10, 5, 20, 50 years, because that is basically what our roadmap looks like. Yes, we don't always share our entire roadmap, because we know how Bradley always makes mention about how fast those in India, they code. People take your business model and you're planning to do this next year, and then you see it tomorrow, then it's on the market already. So, however, what we have is unique. We have built a solid community, and we are actually, like I always say, that we are happy to have you guys basically with us. Now, just to also bring clarity. Now, when it comes to us actually growing your Bitcoin, now I know it's easy to say that no, to invest X amount, etc. However, and that is why many companies actually don't last that long, because at the end of the day, we are not a financial institution. However, therefore we're working with Bitcoin and we grow your Bitcoin. So you contribute that towards our community trading pool. And we basically do what we are good at. And so you can actually profit from it both ways. And should you decide to market the business. Now this interlinks with the previous question on why is it important to get in now. In 2016, when I got started, one Bitcoin was like $450. At this point of time, it's $13,700. That's $9,000 more. So it's 3 times more. So if I can tell the guy, Lucian Godfrey of 2016, I would have told him, believe much bigger, much sooner. Because I would have worked as hard as I'm working now, because it is becoming scarce. Cryptos is becoming scarce. Why? Because it's limited. Over to you. Thanks.
All right. Awesome. Thank you so much, Lucian. Bradley, did you have anything else that you wanted to add on to that before we continue?
No, I think let's go for it.
All right, sweet. Well, thank you so much. So I just want to do a quick overview. So like Lucian said, first thing, guys, the company needs to be transparent, right? So like Bradley was saying, he was presenting all the information out, right? You want to make sure that there's no like dark areas when you're looking at the company. If you're looking at a company and you're like, I'm not sure what they're doing with that, look further into it. Do your research, right? Do your due diligence. There's a lot of scams out there that are just going to try to basically tell you whatever you want to hear so that you'll buy their product, right? Whether it's real or not. And the second thing he said, the owners need to be trustworthy, right? Know who they are and know their values, right? That's why we brought Lucian and Bradley on here, so you can see who they are. They're just regular people trying to make a difference in the world, just like we all want to. And the third thing that he said was the business model needs to be a win-win situation, right? If the company's getting paid, you need to be getting paid too if you're going to be investing into it. So last thing here, if you guys have any questions at all for Bradley and Lucian, go ahead and drop those into the chats. We'll wait a couple minutes here, and that way we can send Bradley and Lucian on their way for spending some time with us. Thank you guys so much.
Yes.
All right, and Angeline, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to say one thing. I love the transparency of this company. You know, Coinbit Pro has changed my life tremendously, you know, not only financially, but spiritually. Okay. Number one, meeting the owners in person last year. That was truly life changing for me. I have flown overseas in the past, but flying to South Africa was on my travel bucket list and I accomplished that goal. And I also want to share this, you know, they're very transparent. The business model resonates with me. And I'm proud to say that I was one of the beta testers in the passive deal launch. And I've made a nice profit so far and building a team. So,
Woo!
and, you know, Dacia's on board with me. I mean, when we talked 2 weeks ago, I was like, oh my goodness, you know, we have to do this webinar, you know, and just share our story with the world, share our story with you guys. So, you know, transparency is very important, especially in the crypto world, because there are scams out there. But these owners here, they're very honest and very transparent, and I love working with them. And I'm looking forward to great things. And yes, I met Ashley. We had English tea at the Boardwalk Hotel.
Nice.
Yeah. So you know what?
Awesome.
People, your people in person. So the future looks very bright, guys. The future looks
That's right. All right, guys. So we don't have any questions dropping in. So I think you guys answered everything. I mean, you guys are totally 100% straightforward. The Naked Truth broadcast, right? Giving the naked truth to everyone. So we appreciate you guys. Guys, let's go ahead and do just a giveaway really quick. If you guys want the clarity call with me and Angeline, maybe you're kind of skeptical still. Maybe you're like kind of nervous. You know, I've been scammed in the past. I've had businesses in the past. They haven't taken off and I don't know why. Jump on a call with us, right? We've had our experience. Both me and Angeline now work full-time from home, right? So we've had a little bit of experience. We can give you some tips, give you some tricks, and actually map out a plan to be able to get there. So what I want you to do if you want this clarity call is drop the word Coinbit Pro in the chat right now. The first person to drop Coinbit Pro into the chat, we are going to be getting a free clarity call. Guys, this is a $500 value. Start dropping it right now, and we'll go ahead and do that. We got one right now. Bayanda. Okay.
Yes,
so
Bayanda.
we're going to be giving you, yes, woo. All right. Coming to the Coinbit Pro. So Bayanda, we're going to go ahead and message you after this broadcast so we can give you that free clarity call. And we'll just spend basically an hour with you just talking about your life, your vision, and getting you on the right track. For those of you that want to actually get started with Coinbit Pro Live, here are your steps. Your first step, reach out to the person who invited you to this broadcast. Again, we are in a win-win situation with this company. So we want to make sure the people that invited people to this webinar are actually getting the profits off of that, right? So reach out to the person who invited you to the broadcast. The second thing is as soon as you do that, then you'll be taken to, let me see if I can actually pull up my screen here, and I'll just take you guys through the steps.
Oh, good.
I
was ready to, yeah.
Should start seeing a screen like this as soon as you click on it for it to load for the Coinbit Pro website. Let's see it. Let's see it. Come on, computer. Congratulations, Bayanda.
Yes,
appreciate that. You know, guys, the other people that dropped Coinbit Pro below, reach out to us. Maybe we can make up something for you guys just for being so interactive with us here today. Lucian says, if possible, do allow sales calls to everyone. Awesome. Okay, cool.
Okay, good.
All right. Sales call to everyone. Lucian, what did you mean by that? Like having group of people jump on to be able to get set up?
No, I actually must type there. So I asked whether it's possible. Let's be like open. Everybody who put in Coinbit Pro, we allow all of them to actually go on a clarity call with you guys.
There you go. I like
that. Okay.
I like that.
Hey, let's do it. You know what, guys? Lucian, I love the fact that you came on here. That is an awesome idea. Guys, me and Angeline are going to be sending you all an email. You can thank Lucian, the owner, for this, guys. Obviously, he cares about you to be giving you guys this. All of you guys are going to receive this $500 value. Go ahead and just check your email. Me and Angeline will schedule a time for all of us to jump onto a Zoom together, and we'll just go step by step with each person. What are your values? What is your vision? And let's map out that plan to be able to get there. That way, if you guys join us, you know for a fact that you're going to be able to get to those goals. So let me go ahead and share my screen real quick. That way I can show you guys how to get set up here if you want to. So as soon as you grab the link from someone, you're going to see a screen like this. So right here, you need to make sure that your person, the sponsor, the person who invited you to this webinar, their sponsor alias is here. Ask them what it is. So for mine, it would be this. As soon as you have it entered, you have to click this to check market to say, yes, this is my sponsor. And then you're going to fill out this information. As soon as you do this, right, over here on the left, you need to select which product you want. So do you want just the intro? Do you want to go all in and actually learn how to trade crypto, guys? This is super recommended, right? If you're going to be investing, you might as well learn what you're going to be investing in and how they're processing it. Or if you just want to do the community poll, then you can click here. You can enter in as little as $100, guys. Okay. Once you do that, it's going to take you to another screen that basically shows you the address that you're going to be sending the amount of Bitcoin to that you're going to be investing. If you guys have trouble with this at all, reach out to one of us, reach out to someone. We're with you every step of the way, right? When I first started this, I was kind of confused and I was like, I don't know how to do this. Reaching out to someone, it's a very quick process, guys. You can literally get it done in like 10 minutes. Right. So if you guys want to know like which wallets to use, Coinbase is really good within the US. I think Binance is really good. Right, guys? Is that a good wallet that you guys would recommend?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, cool. All right. So Binance is a great one for you guys. If you guys have any other questions, just reach out to us. So I think that is it. Do you have anything else, Angeline?
Well, I want to thank everyone for actually, you know what I would like to do? I would like us, Daisha, can you take another picture? Because we have,
yeah, definitely.
So
30 people on right now. Woo!
Okay, camera's on. Don't be shy. Camera's on.
Come on, guys. I'm gonna ask all of y'all right now.
Who wants to make some money? Thumbs up. Do this. Thumbs up.
That's right. Let me see it. Let me see it. We got another person jumping in here too here at the end, so we can get him on the picture too. All right, guys, come on. Let's see them faces. Conroy, Smello, what's up? We got Ada, Johan, what's going on? Mr. Blessings, Toby, that's what's up. Yeah.
Conroy,
Love it.
This is great. I love it. Love it.
All right, guys, we're gonna take a quick picture here. So I won't be able to get everyone on this one, but I'll take a couple pictures. All right.
Good.
Here we go. Thumbs up, y'all. All right, and then one more so I can get it on the other screen here too for those of you. All right, one more thumbs up for you.
Thumbs up.
Wonderful, guys. I appreciate you guys so much. So again, guys, if you have questions, comments, concerns after this broadcast, just personally reach out to us. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording now.